Ladies and gentlemen, grab your coffee and get comfortable because it's time for Coffee with Khosi. The stage is set, the lights are bright, and the conversation is about to get real. Welcome to Coffee with Khosi. I'm your host, Khosi Twala. And as you know, as usual, I don't come alone. I'm always bearing some gifts. Today, I bring you one of the best vocalists in the country. Please help me welcome the one and only Sindisiwe Mabonga, whom you may know as LaSauce. How are you doing, baby girl?
I am good.
Did I get your surname right? Where are we getting? Why is it said?
I think it's a broken telephone. It's Makoso, and then it went to Maboho, but it's Dlamini.
How do we go from that to Dlamini though?
Basically, Dlamini is my mom's surname.
Okay.
It's a long story, but I think I have posted something regarding it on my social media.
Yeah.
Long story short, my mom was once involved in human trafficking.
Wow.
So she lost her family, was raised by a foster family, and that's how I kind of adopted the Makoso one. But initially,
Dlamini. Now, Dlamini. How you do it? But I also want to know, how did we come about LaSauce? Sindisiwe LaSauce. You were like...
Yeah, no, that one. So basically, it was Sindisiwe. And then at school, because I went to a Muslim school, Babu Fatim.
How you go Fatim?
I felt like growing up, I come from a very reserved family, a very strict family. I went to a Muslim school, also very reserved, very, enclosed. I felt like I had this fire burning and I wanted to put it out there, and I felt like I got the sauce.
Yeah.
That was what was missing. Even with the music I dropped, I remember I used to listen a lot to radio.
Okay.
And I'm like, why everybody's sounding the same?
It's true.
I got something, man. I got the sauce.
LaSauce, I remember the first time I heard you, I said,
who this?
What? Is that Rihanna singing in Zulu? I promise you. The music was playing. It was a music video. And I think I was cleaning the house and I heard your voice. And I was like, I need to see the face.
Girl.
I need to see the face of this angel, okay? And I come and I'm waiting because, the music was playing. It's a whole music video. There's a storyline and all. And I'm waiting for you to come in. And you come in, I say, wow.
Thank you.
That is amazing. Your voice is incredible.
Yeah, boy.
How did you get discovered?
Mama, it's more of my testimony.
Yeah.
I'm one person who's very spiritually aligned from a very, very young age. I think that's why my mom put me in a Muslim school to sort of protect that.
Wow.
I remember when I was from the age of 13, I was already familiar with visualization and just instant manifestation.
Wow.
And I remember every night going to bed, I'm like, you know what? I belong on the stage. Like, I'd listen to music, see myself dancing, see myself doing dance battles on the stage. And then one day, into everything. He's playing his song. I'm like, how did you get this done? He's like, no, you just get a studio and record. That's him. All of a sudden saying, record. I was like, man, it'll be a recorder. She's like, okay, cool. I went the first week, second week, the third week, my life changed.
What?
So I made the song. I didn't even have social media at the time.
How old were you at this point?
I was 17.
17.
17, matric year, going hard. Social media. I remember it was Facebook.
Yeah.
And then some random dude is like, what do you want with your music? I'm like, hey, it needs to play on music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's like, okay, cool. Ngikhumbula kahle wathi nayi number le yomuntu wala ecabanga ukuthi ikhona. He thought it was the boss.
Yeah.
The manager, sorry.
Okay, yeah.
So mina mengikhuluma approach, I'm just like, you know what? I'm Cindy, I do this, I'm good. Like ngithi ngikhuluma phela ne-manager. Kanti ngikhuluma nomphathi.
Yes.
He messages me back. He's like, yo, girl, you talking to me like you got something to prove, you know? Like, what's good? He said the music. At the time, I wasn't really singing in vernac.
Yeah.
And he was like, this is not you. This is something from the net.
Yeah.
And I remember the metros were happening in Durban at the time.
Yeah.
So ngavuka ngageza ngagibela isitimela ngikhumula kahle ngasebenzisa 20 rand wami
ogcina Nkosi yami.
Shaya isitimela ngagcwala iTheku uma ngifika eThekwini. I remember taking a taxi to Belito, getting there. Ambitious, the owner, was there, and he's like, girl, we got a beat for you. Nadi paper, nadi pen. Because I come from a Muslim school, I like to learn things by heart. So I'm not used to writing stuff.
Yeah.
Because of the Quran, you know, things like the Quran you need to know by head. So I'm feeling like gets me I know paper and pen, getting a show. They're like, oh, she cocky too. I'm feeling it. And from there, I think it was a done deal. He's like, you the girl I'm looking for. If I don't sign you, you're gonna be a problem for me.
Wow.
So that is pretty much how it happened.
Oh my goodness! From just bumping into someone, be like, how did you do this? And they tell you can actually record.
Girl.
You go to the studio for the first time ever.
Angazi muntu, angazi luto, angnangishu social media at the time.
3 weeks later.
3 weeks later, we in the office, we signing deals, we moving, I'm taking flights now. It's serious. Now it's like, is it school? What's going on? But thankfully, I was able to balance everything. And and just faith, you know, believing in what you pray for and just believing in what you do can really, really take you a long way.
That is incredible. And all of this is happening at 17, 18. So how are you handling being, I mean, if you're recording, we've all seen how the behind the scenes of recordings and all of them are, it's always rooms filled with men, alcohol and substances, basically, right? So how were you navigating? And you're a Muslim girlie. How are you navigating through all of this?
Honestly speaking, I think because I'm a Muslim girl, that's what helped me. Because it's not like I just picked up from a few grades. I was there from the beginning. I pretty much excelled in Islam to a point where they're like, when are we going to make you an Arabic teacher? So, you know, for me, it was I already had a different perspective on life. I already had different morals. I was already grounded in a different way. Also with fame, okay, I hadn't gotten fame, but the money, it wasn't a surprise to me like that. It was, okay, we got money. Oh, it's mine now. You know, I'm making my own money type of thing. So it was great. I think getting in studio with the boys, because it can't bafana also, it wasn't like a strange type of situation because you know the drill, you know. So I was like, okay, ngaba treat ngaba fowethu njengo bhuti bami sasebenza nje futhi kwa right.
Wow. You're going in like it's very, very, it kind of sounds like, because you had a passion and you were just pursuing this fire you had that was just burning within you. And then someone's like, listen, I see you trying to start a fire over here. I've got a match. How about we just light it up? You don't even know how big the flame is going to be, but you're like, I'm ready to have it lit up. In that process, I'm sure there's a lot happening. So I want you to tell me, what were the first signs of like, okay, this is good, right? And what were the signs of as well of, this is, you know, kind of, I wasn't expecting this, you know? Right in the beginning, you're in the sauce now. You know, you're cooking.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell me
there
about
were
that.
Those moments indeed. I remember the first time. So I remember when I did sign my deal, I was still doing school. I went to the Ambitious headquarters, all of that. And I remember Aries was shooting his music video at the time. And then the boss was like, you know what? Just we have somebody new in the stable. It's gonna blow a horn like that. And, you know, we close the video off. My face is there. It's me, Aries. Cool. Everybody's like, girl, is that you? Is it really you? Then it hit me. I'm like, okay, hold up now. People who don't speak to me are speaking to me. You know, and it hit me. I'm like, okay, something is happening. And I hadn't even dropped my own song at the time. I just appeared on the video. And they were like, ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Things started really hitting me a lot when I got on stage.
Okay.
I think that was my biggest challenge.
Wow.
I had to tackle it for like a good 2 years.
Wow.
Because remember, coming from a very enclosed environment and then now you're performing for like approximately 10 to 20,000 people.
Yes.
Stage fright. Phuma mina bengivela ngamehlo yabo manje sengifaka ama-bum shorts manje now I'm the essay really was eMzansi. It's like oof. So kwakukuningi at the time because, you know, just being able to adapt was very, very hard. But I loved the music, so I kept on going. But also, I think with the clothing, like I'm saying, that was a big challenge.
Yes.
So all of those things, I was like, you know what? It's something I really need to get used to.
Right.
One step at a time. Be comfortable in my skin. Be comfortable with myself, you know, as a whole. And I think that is the challenge that really hit me hard. But right now, though, I feel like I've overcame it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, like, my goodness, I can't even imagine. You go from your whole body, like just your eyes out, being shown, to your whole body being out.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you're also very pretty. So I'm sure the idea is to sell this sexy girl who got a sexy voice. When they sit down with you and they tell you, okay, this is how we're going to brand you. What are you thinking? Are you thinking, I don't know if I could do this? Are you feeling obligated?
Honestly speaking, I was game because remember, I was already envisioning myself like I'm out there, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
The only thing I wasn't aware of is just the challenge, things like stage fright. You know, I know I want to dance, but I'm not sure if I want to dance in front of 10,000 people. You know what I'm saying? So it was those little things. When they spoke about branding, I was game because it's what I wanted.
Yes,
hence the name LaSauce.
Yes.
And I was like, no, let's do this.
Let's do it.
Let's go for it. Because even Ikama LaSauce is a French name.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, let's do it. Let's go for it. I enjoyed it. But obviously with the challenges, I had to learn. I don't think anything was forced on me or anything like that. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice because, oh man, being on stage. I mean, I really didn't know your story like that. And I wasn't aware of your age because how were you able to hold all these notes at such a young age? Like that blows my mind. I don't know if maybe it's me. Maybe it's because I was also young at the time and just trying to go to school and stuff like that. But was it ever made a thing that, oh my gosh, this powerful voice is coming from an 18-year-old? Because, you know, people like your Nasty C was always made about their age. Yes. He's so young and he's doing so much and, you know, so good at this. But with you, was it ever made? Because I honestly did not know how young you are.
Yeah, I know. I'm blessed with maturity. I'm blessed with a lot of wisdom. I think that's one thing that makes me remain being humble.
Right.
I think that's the main thing. I remember recording I Do.
Yeah.
I think that's when it hit everybody because with Cooler Bag, it's a vibey song. It's nice. It's, you know, it's you.
Love it.
Right? Thank you. And then with I Do, it was a bit of a switch because it's sing Shati Sabantu.
Yes.
You know?
How?
Like, and
how did you write that?
I did. Funny enough, with I Do, Gwabizwa Wonkumuntu in the stable. So I was still new at the time.
Yeah.
Gwabizwa Wonkumuntu wa recorder and they didn't fit that song.
Yeah.
They're like, LaSauce, what are you doing? Where are you at? I'm like, I'm home. I'm sleeping. What's good? Like,
are you in Joburg now?
I'm in Joburg, yes. Yeah. They're like, pull up. There's a song we want you to, test out to see what you got. Immediately I'm seeing White Wedding. I go in. And then after that, when the song released, everybody's like, girl. Even when I listen to the song, I'm like, oof. Okay, like I'm a little bit serious here, but okay.
Did you write the words or like, I really can't believe this. At this time you are like how old? Like
at that time I was 19.
19. Yes. You're still a teenager.
Yep.
Did you write those words for real?
For real. For real.
And you just started hitting the notes.
I started hitting the notes. I think also what made me be comfortable with I think I was envisioning something I would want.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, if I was getting married or whatever, this is what I would want. And I'm a lover girl, so hey, we going in.
Wow.
So yeah, after that song, I remember I was at a wedding also.
Yeah.
Then it was like, okay. Wow,
that was just incredible. And I don't know how we missed the fact that there was a 19-year-old in all that, like, but I mean, you're incredible. You're incredible. I just want to know, someone might be watching this and they have a beautiful voice just like yours and they cannot wait to break in the industry. What would you advise them? Would you advise them, you know what, take your time or just get on a horse as soon as you can?
Honestly, I'd advise them to take their time. I think I was saying this earlier. It's very important to gain knowledge about what you're doing before you actually get into it.
Yeah.
I'm borderline a nerd. Like I'm the opposite of what people think I is.
Yeah.
But deep down I is what I is, So I'm like, when the whole ngatinji, for me, making music is spiritual.
Yeah.
You don't just wake up one day and like,
just decide
to sing words and whatever. It's not gonna sound right. People are not gonna love it. If it's coming from the heart, if it's coming from a deep spot, then you stand a good chance of making good quality music.
Right.
I think that's why I have music that is still up and running even 5 years down the line. I mean, I do is on 21 million views.
That's crazy.
So to have music like that keeps on growing, even when I've stepped a bit back in the scene, goes to tell that making good quality music goes a long way. Speaking to the heart, speaking or addressing serious matters. But that's not really a problem. We have families, we have kids, we have wives and husbands, and there's serious things we deal with.
Yeah.
So like it's not really a big deal.
You'll be surprised.
So if you're really trying to step into the industry, gain the knowledge. Luckily for me, I was able to do a bit of music law. Just browse through it and get an understanding of what I should do.
Before or after you had found yourself in a contract?
This was during.
Yes,
during. So I was like, you know what? It's good to learn about what you're doing.
Yeah, of course.
Learn the business because the music is fun. Creativity is fun. We are kula, we are suga, we are stage, we are kula, we are puza.
And you can get carried away and forget about the admin of it.
And then you come back and be like, hey, Imalia, my but like, are you doing the math though?
Yeah. Yeah.
So for me, study what you are doing.
Yeah.
Learn before you earn that sense.
Yeah. And also, I'm just curious, obviously, because it all came at such a young age. Do you feel that you had fully come to yourself? Like, for example, I'm not the same person I was when I was 18. Or maybe even the person I thought I wanted to be at 18. So do you feel that at that time, you had not fully understood who you are or who you want to be?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I was a teenager.
Yeah.
And I jumped from one world to a completely different one.
Yep.
I think I had to find myself also through the challenges I was going through, you know, being comfortable in my skin, being confident on stage. Because I remember sometimes when I used to sing, your voice being a poom.
How would that be possible?
So those things for me.
Oh my goodness. How did you get over that?
Practice makes it perfect. Practice makes it perfect. I think just getting in the studio, if I'm a dancer, I dance more often. I incorporate my own moves that make me comfortable on stage.
Yes.
And all of that. But yeah, through the challenges,
absolutely,
that's how I was able to find myself again and grow myself. Because I feel like I'm an extraordinary person.
Absolutely.
But I feel like there's a lot of layers to me also. I'm a Leo, so I guess that figures.
Oh my goodness.
Like,
what day? What day?
13th August.
That's my sister's birthday. My sister is 1 year, 2 days younger than me. I'm 10th August.
Girl, okay, I'm home.
That is so amazing. That means I know you better than you know yourself.
Probably.
You probably just like my sister. My sister, reserve and all of that. Like once you get to know her, she's so funny. She's so loving. Usually they will find my sister more comforting or more easier to talk to because just so much warmth that radiates.
Can you imagine?
So I
sister must be beautiful.
She's okay.
Oh, girl.
Let me tell you, me and my sister always go at each other about, like we play like that. So I think she's stunning. So I'm so stunned that you are a Leo, 13 August.
Yes.
So, that is beautiful. That's why there's this fire within you and you're chasing it like crazy. Since then, since all of that has happened, you blew up and you were working, you discovered a few things, obviously, like, okay, I might need to work on a few things or I might need to change this and that. What were those things?
There were quite a few. Because if you pull out a kid in matric, I mean, I didn't get to study. I never saw myself going to varsity, but I had dreams of studying other things. I love business. I love money, but I love my own money.
Yeah.
Like, I love my own money.
Yeah.
I love making my own money. So for me, I always had a dream of studying business studies and stuff like that. So these past 2 years, I've been actually focusing on that. I'm still in the middle of my BSc physics.
Oh, wow.
So there's a lot going on. Business studies, there's just so much I really want to expand out of creativity.
Oh, I hear you.
So I think that's why I took a step back a bit to sort of recoup, regather and just reanalyze myself and then go forward as a young woman growing in the industry.
Yeah. Because I mean, you are young, like you still have a long way to go. You could take even more time out, but we still want to hear your voice.
I'm back, girl.
You know what I mean? Do your thing, please.
Back.
Just continue cooking. Any project you're currently working on?
Yes, I'm working on my 3rd album.
Wow.
My last album, which is my 2nd album, dropped in 2022. It did absolutely great. But I feel like right now I want to up the tempo a little bit.
Okay.
Because I'm good in R&B, but I feel like I wanna dance. I wanna bring in that energy. I'm here for it. Girl, I wanna bring in that. Even singing in French, maybe like a few songs in French, like just expanding.
Do you know French?
The basics, really. Like it ain't all that.
But you know what? You got the basics. And that's all that matters. Now tell me, would you do that on a piano beat? Oh.
I'll try.
You know what I mean?
I'll try 2 words, 3 words, see how it goes. Because I feel like my piano has also grown internationally. So it wouldn't kill to try something like that.
Would you do something like Afrobeat?
Afrobeat is what I want to go for.
Nah.
Afrobeat.
I kind of see
dance
you.
hall vibe.
I see you.
I'm there.
I see you. I think, right? I kind of see that. I see that.
And I feel like my voice would complement those sounds very, very well.
That's what I'm saying. So, are we going to get that on a third album?
Definitely.
Third album. You better, guys. Thank you guys for coming. There was a nice listening session. And I wasn't there.
I'm Nick. You're the first person I'm telling, so.
I cannot wait. I'm excited. Man. And I know we're all going to support her. So I cannot wait for that.
Thank you.
You're a businesswoman. Let's talk about that.
Yes.
First, let's start here. Obviously, like you said, there's a lot that happens in the music, and you gotta be educated. You gotta also have multiple streams of income in general. But at what point in your career did you realize that?
I always came from a business-minded family. Like my mom is a business-minded person.
Yeah.
Growing up, there was always income.
Yes.
It was either spaza, markets, or whatever, but there's always money coming in.
Wow, yeah.
For me, coming here, because I'm very reserved, I didn't, but I date.
Yeah.
But not quite often.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the right person.
Yeah.
500,000. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, oh shit, you can say but like, we're talking big here. Like, I'm making big numbers. You gotta show me something big.
Yeah.
So for me, I've always wanted to make my own money.
Absolutely.
Like,
yeah.
Small bucks, big bucks, it's my money.
Yes.
And in the industry, as Mundres Fazane, yes, we do gigs. Gigs are paying good. Corporate, whatever it is, it's beautiful.
Absolutely.
But at the end of the day, we have a lifestyle. And cinema and stuff like that. And you look at entertainment money, like, okay, it's good, but you know, I could do better. You know, like, my tax bracket, you know, like balance.
Yeah.
So when I saw that, when I realized at this age, I had planned that I would be doing this. I'd have this amount of money. I'd be this person. I'm like, something is not adding up. So because I love business, I'm like, okay, let me take the money that I have and invest it somewhere, somehow. Like I mentioned to you, I did the food business because food won't come to you.
Absolutely.
I was like, you know what? I see the opportunity. There is a demand. Let's supply it. I'm that person. I love supplying demand.
Wow.
You know, apart from that, even right now, ubona tengisho in and out of a Josie.
Yeah.
I recently got a request from Ugu municipality.
Oh, yeah.
They want me to bring sports day in Bishopston.
Wow.
So it's I'm that girl. You know, I'm it's just that in the pants.
Yeah.
I don't really put it out like that.
Yeah.
So I love bringing change. I love change. I love helping out also.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. That's beautiful. I love that for you. Sounds like you're a go-getter. You want something and you just go for it.
For sure.
And we're here for it. We love it. We want to see more of you, women like you, understand. Like, listen, if you're going to wait for a man to come, you know what? You might wait a long time. Some of us, we're just going to get it done.
Girl.
Included, yo.
I think but you know.
Exactly. But let's just move on now to you getting into now being an entrepreneur. And then you're kind of moving away from music though.
Yes.
You know? What's the cause of the pause? Is it because you couldn't do it both, or you felt a need to kind of like pause music?
So basically, because I was signed to a record label.
Yes, yeah.
My contract had ended.
Yeah.
And I felt like I needed time to, like I said, gather myself. I wouldn't want to come out of a record label after 5 years and get straight into doing something that I think I know. I need to make sure that I know. So I really wanted to just take the time and just really analyze my stuff. Music-wise, what is it that I really want to go for? With the experience that I have, how can I grow that? How can I expand that? And also just taking a breather.
Yeah,
taking a breather. Good. Sometimes it's like, you're always busy, you're always out there, you're in a record label, you're doing this, that. It's so much opinions and things that are happening, going on, people, fights, this, that, money, It's just so much.
It's a lot.
So you need that time to just step back and be like, okay, I am who I am. I mean, just taking a step back will not change that.
Absolutely.
But I need this for me to become stronger, for me to be able to create better music. I don't want to create music from a broken place.
No.
I don't want to create music from confusion. I want to be certain about it.
Yes.
So it was more of just taking time out and balancing my things. It was more just to sit, take a breather on the music, study. I really wanted to take the time to study. I didn't feel the need to balance it out all like that. And through the studying, I was able to gain the knowledge to actually execute my plans. And that's when I started
I hear
with
you.
the business.
I hear you. So now for someone who has, who want to get into music, do you believe that you could make it as an independent artist? That's what I want to know. But I also want to know, with your next album, are you going to release it under a label, or you're going to go as an independent artist?
Honestly, I'm still considering.
But
the project is done. It's mixed and mastered. I'm ready. Now I'm just choosing my main singles before I drop the album. And so I'm really in consideration. It's the thing with music or being an artist, you sort of need a team. You really need a team, not your personal team where you're going to be like, okay, this is my manager, my photographer, or my PA, whatever. You need a solid team. People who can take you there. People can...
With connections as well. And
so it's in consideration, but also at the same time, it's like, if I really make my bag like that, then I won't have a need, which I feel like I'm really working towards right now. So ngase dropping independently also.
Oh yeah. I mean, the possibilities are just wild and big. But are there any, you don't have to mention it, are there any labels that you feel like, okay, you know what, this could work with them? Not a good in because obviously there's always going to be labels that you could compromise. But is there any that you feel like you see
for me right now, no. No. I think also coming from the best label, I can't go back now and no.
Take anything less of
that. So I think right now there isn't any label in SA that's popping like that at all.
I mean, the label that you were under, it was giving Young Money vibes.
Definitely was.
It was giving, it looked so beautiful. It felt like you guys were family, you had each other's back. Whatever it was working. And I could understand how it would feel to go from there. But either way, we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
I mean, you've done it for all the little girls who introverts. Like, you kind of show the fact that you could be a humble person, you could be an introvert, you could be a sophisticated person where you don't have to raise your voice to say much, but get things done. You have such boss energy about you without saying.
It's not like it's not like evil. I mean, I'm human. I'm Zulu.
Yes,
that should count for some.
Tell you everything. Yes.
I think that's one of the things that also make it hard for me to have a lot of friends in the industry.
Yes.
Because in the industry, there's a lot of faking going on. And I'm
you don't know where to start speaking.
It's fine, you know?
We don't have to do this.
No, not at all. It's fine. No.
I love that about you. I absolutely love it. Guys, here you have it. The one and only Uma Dlamini from KZN, the best vocalist in South Africa. It was so lovely having you, LaSauce. And please, guys, show her some love in our comment section and make sure that you stream the album that's coming. And whenever there's singles, let us know. Hit us up.
Definitely.
We're here for you. You want to promote your music? I'm going to be there personally, me, myself. I'm going to be there for you. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is it from us. That is it for the season. We love you so dearly. Please stay tuned for our next season. Make sure you subscribe too. We love you so much. Until next time. Mwah.